Hello, everyone. I saw something today that made me smile. I wanted to share it with you because it might just put a smile on your face as well. There was this little girl who was sitting at a table outside a restaurant waiting for her food. It had all the tables and chairs out front, and the flower pots, and even some of the cars that were driving by. It was really impressive. And while she was sitting there, she was drawing a picture. She had like one of those big pads of watercolor paper, and she was really focused on her drawing. So she got up on her chair, and she went over to my table, and she showed me her drawing. And she said, "I drew you a picture." And I was so touched by her kindness. So I took a photo of the drawing, and then I asked the little girl if I could buy her a cookie or maybe some ice cream. It's amazing to see such innocence and purity of heart in someone so young. And I hope that she never loses that as she grows older. And she said, that would be nice. So I paid for her dessert, and I couldn't help but smile the entire time she was at the table. And I took out my phone, and I was going to take a photo of her when suddenly her mom said, "No photos, please. I'm sorry." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to intrude." If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day. Bye. But she said, "It's okay. You can take a photo. It's fine." And I was like, "Are you sure?" And she said, "Yeah. I just didn't want my daughter to get used to people taking photos of her without our permission. I'm sorry if I seem overprotective, but I am her mom and I have to look out for her." And I totally understood. And I couldn't help but peek over her shoulder to see what she was drawing. It was actually an amazing drawing of the restaurant. And I thought to myself, wow, that is an amazing drawing for someone who's probably 6 years old. And I wanted to tell her mom, who was sitting across from her at the table, how impressed I was with the girl's artwork. But then I thought, you know what? The mom probably already knows how talented her daughter is. I'm sure she's probably told her many times. And here she is at 6 years old, thinking that her drawing would make me happy. It really did make me happy. So I decided against it. But then the girl finished her drawing and she looked over at me and she said, "Do you want to see something cool?" And I said, "Sure." I mean, I am almost 30 years old and I have yet to draw a picture for someone else to brighten their day. And I asked her if I could take a photo of her so I could remember this moment forever. And she said, "Sure." So I asked if I could at least take a photo of the drawing, and she said that was fine. Her kindness really made my day, and it made me realize that sometimes the smallest acts of kindness can make the biggest impact. Well, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching.